Good evening, good evening. This is your girl, Charmaine, jumping on to say happy Motivational Monday. How are you doing today? Yes, if you're new to my YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Wesley, thanks for joining. And if you're on my TikTok, thanks for joining. And you can give me some taps on the screen. I would really appreciate it. Hi, Limi Bunton. And of course, if you're on my Facebook, welcome. This is your girl on Motivational Monday. And yes, you know what we're going to be talking about? Planet marketing. We are going to be, thank you for the likes. We are going to be talking about planet marketing. And you might be saying, for those who have never heard me before on my lives, what is Planet Marketing, Charmaine? Planet Marketing is a multi-level marketing company. This is where you have one product that you sell. And what is that one product? Travel. You're able to empower families to own their online travel business. And common questions, that's what we're going to be answering tonight. One by Hi, Mr. Wacky. Thanks for joining on my TikTok. And Jennifer. One of the common questions that people say is, how do you have the time to work this so you can see benefit? You can do this in pockets of time. Because I have a full-time job, full-time 9 to 5 job that I'm working, but where I never used to take breaks or a lunchtime, I actually take it now because I use that to work my product marketing business. Because on my phone, there is an app. My entire office is on my phone from Planet Marketing, and I can reach out to persons. And this is not where I have to sit down 8 hours fully one day to work to see the benefits. This is where I can sit down for 10 minutes, do some reach out, do some different stuff, back to work. Probably another 10 minutes again, I get another break. Have a hour lunch. I can have my lunch and I can be speaking to people, letting them know what an awesome opportunity this is. And another question is this a pyramid scheme? No, it is not a pyramid scheme. And then look, what are you considering a pyramid scheme to be? And that is the next question. That would be my question. What do you consider a pyramid scheme to be? Because pyramid scheme are illegal, but it depends on what your understanding of a pyramid scheme is. And it's not a scheme. This is not a scheme. This is a legacy building opportunity. Another question maybe persons are saying, if I come in, do you have to go up for me to go up? No. I can be your sponsor and you can pass me. Because we have persons, our number one income earner in the entire company, she has passed her sponsor. Yeah, you heard me right. She has passed her sponsor. So I don't have to go up for you to go up. Just know that if you work this as a hobby, it will pay you as a hobby. If you work it as a business, it pays you as a business. Another good thing about it, you work it at your own pace. So you don't have any inventories or no quotas. You do have a startup fee, but you have to DM me to get a startup fee. And you have a monthly fee. I can tell you the monthly fee is $2 a day. Where else are you going to find that? $2 a day for both companies. So it's like $1 a day for each company. That's your monthly fee. And training, I have no experience. That's okay. We have training, tons of training for both sides of the business. For the travel side and the marketing side, we have training. You get your own website on the travel side. There's just so much more opportunities, but you have to DM me Project Freedom to get the rest of the opportunities. But I'm letting you know, training off the chart Support off the chart. Networking it'll blow you out of the water. And let me say to you that this is where you can build legacy for your children. You can build legacy for people, family members that you will never meet. But you have to have a why. You have to be coachable, humble, trustworthy, responsible. You have to know what you want. And you can't make your why be your why not. My why is my grandson, but I can't attend this because of my grandson. No. It has to be where your why is right in front of you, and no matter what, you're doing this because of your why. That's how it works. Is it hard? Of course it is. Anything that's easy is never worth it. Anything that's hard is worth it in the end, right? If it was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. Can you do it? Is it feasible? Yes, it is. But you can't be a wave where you hop on and hop off. You have to be steadfast, steady. You have to be consistent. Think of it this way. If you want to lose weight, you go and do one of those fad diets and you lose weight quickly. In a month, you lose 10, 15 pounds. But then you stop the fad diet. You know what happens? You gain that 10, 15 pounds plus 10, 15 pounds more. However, if you were doing this weight loss on a gradual, consistent basis, you know what's going to happen? You won't be putting that back on very quickly. So it's one of being consistent. And the good thing is that it's about professional and personal development. Because right now, we are reading the book, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. That is our book for the month of May into June. And yes, every month or every 6 weeks, we have a new book that we have to read. And you have to start thinking, let that thought manifest in order to produce it. So if you start something, whether you started with me or with someone else or another type of venture, and you're starting to say, oh, what if I fail? What if it's a disaster? You've done failed. You have to start this to say, I'm going to do this. Even if it doesn't look like it, you speak it, I'm going to do this. We do affirmations in this system. We do meditations. We have to drink water, exercise, read our Bible, read a book. We have to read either 10 pages a day or for 10 minutes every day. And there's some people saying, oh, I don't have the time to sit and read. You have the audio, so you have no excuse. You have the audio. And then you might say, oh, but, this economy is saturated with that. There's millions and millions and millions of people in the world. We only have over 145,000. So there's still people out there. And you might be saying, well, on my island or in my community, it's just so much people doing it. But can I tell you, you don't have to stay in your community or on your island. That's why you have so much people in the world that you can talk to. But you have to know what you want. You have to know your why. And persons might say, well, I'm an introvert and I don't like to talk to people like that. Would your why take that introverts that you have, put aside and talk for your why? If your why was in trouble, would you as an introvert step in to speak on behalf of your why? If you would, okay. And then you might be saying, I don't want to sound salesy. I'm not a salesperson. Can I tell you? If you work for somebody, you're a salesperson. If you work for yourself, you're a salesperson. Better yet, if you have a significant other, maybe you're a salesperson. Because you had to sell yourself for that person to be with you. The only way you're not a salesperson is if from the day you were born, you locked in yourself in a room and had no encounter with no one. So this is a matter of getting yourself out there, doing what you know you have to do to get where you want to go. Now, this system offers 3 freedoms: financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. Now, can you imagine if you had, well, financial freedom is really, really good. So, not even imagine that, because that's a no brainer. But personal freedom, you don't have to ask time away from work. If your significant other has something to do, or you have a special event you have to go to, you don't have to ask for no time from work because you're your boss. So you know if you go and spend 2-3 hours doing this, you have to make it back up somehow, because that's just how it is. So another thing is, we know how much money we have in the bank, but we don't know how much time we have. So you can work for one of the freedoms, or you can work for all the freedoms. And can I tell you, it doesn't matter your profession. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, you can do this. And 90% of the persons doing this is doing it on a part-time basis. You heard me, on a part-time basis. So yeah, you're saying, oh, well, I have no time. And you know what you want and go for what you want. Well, that's all I can tell you. Know what you want, go for what you want. We have information sessions nightly, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. DM me Project Freedom for the link. If you're a person that says, you know what, me and this Zoom thing doesn't work, I want to talk to you, DM me Project Freedom. I want to talk to you, and I will make myself available. But you don't want to miss it. Can you imagine positioning yourself that you can get paid 8 times for the month? Yes. 8 times for the month. Position yourself that you can build legacy, that when you reach a certain level, you can nominate who your beneficiary is. And when you pass and you're still in the company, your beneficiary get your weekly and monthly payment until they die, and they don't have to be in the company. So, no brainer, people, no brainer. DM me Project Freedom. Let us talk. Let's have a dialogue. No obligations. You have a good night, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow.